guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is another first impressions on a new drugstore product that I recently got my hands on. I'm really excited because of two reasons. One, it's drugstore and affordable. It's actually a really great price. And the second reason is that I've been on the hunt for a new brow product, so very excited, and hopefully this one is gonna fill that void for me. This is a brand new L'Oreal product. It is called the Unbelievabrow. Unbelievabrow. See, if you guys watch a lot of my reviews, you know that sometimes I struggle with saying some of these crazy names. This one's not too bad though. It's just like a play on words, which is fun, like unbelievable and brow smushed together. Unbelievabrow. Just close those drawers before an accident happens. Anyways, let's just talk a little bit about this product. So I have a little bit of information written down here. So it is waterproof, smudge proof, and transfer proof for days, they say. I don't know how long you guys intend to keep your brows on. Me personally, I remove mine each night, but to each its own. I think that those facts though, real talk, are actually amazing because with the summer months coming up, if you're going to a pool party or you're going out to the beach or whatever it is, but you still like to have a brow, I can get away, like I like to fill in my brows every day no matter what, but like these are my natural brows. So as you can see, like I can still get away with kind of not doing my brows or not having brows on. But I do understand that there's some people that actually really do want to have a brow on at all times, and I totally understand that. Sparse hairs or uneven brows, whatever the case may be. I used to have super uneven brows and it took years to get them back to a somewhat kind of, not quite twins, but kind of sisters, stepsisters maybe. But I understand that frustration, and I feel like this being, you know, waterproof, smudge proof, all that kind of stuff, it's gonna last through sweat, it's gonna last through, you know, swimming, so that's kind of cool. So there are 5 shades in the collection. I have 2 shades today, but they do range from blonde, light brunette, brunette, dark brunette, and black. I have the shades, what do I have here? Dark brunette and black. I'm kind of bummed that I have those shades. I wish I had brunette and dark brunette. I know I have really dark hair, but I don't think I'd ever have black brows. I just think that's a little bit too intense for me. So we're gonna go in with the dark brown today. I'll still swatch what the black color looks like. Okay, so when I first looked at the packaging, it immediately reminded me of the Wonder Brow. Like, look how similar the packaging is, even the writing. Oh, you guys can't really see the writing, but like it's super similar. This one here is the L'Oreal one. So each brow package comes with the gel, or I think it's like more than just a gel, but that's what they're calling it. And then a double-ended spoolie brush. So for this video, I'm gonna use this. To be honest, guys, I don't typically use these on a day-to-day basis. I usually go in with a regular brush from Sigma or Morphe or whatever the case, but for the purpose of the video, I'm gonna use it. But just so you guys know, I find that these guys do tend to lose their shape quite quickly within like a week or so. So just keep that in mind. They don't wash well and stuff like that, but this one might be different, who knows? Anyways, so the steps are pretty easy. You use the angled brush part to kind of dip into the product, then you kind of work it into the brow and then spoolie it out. It kind of just looks like a lipstick, honestly. That's what it looks like. So I'm just gonna swatch it on the back of my hand so you guys can see. It's not as dark as I thought it was gonna be. And I'm also gonna swatch the black shade for you guys, just so you guys can see the difference. I don't think it's gonna be like jet black. Oh, just kidding. So this one here is the black shade, and this one here is dark brunette. Definitely going with dark brunette. Even this I think is gonna be a little bit too dark, but that's okay, we're gonna give it a shot. Okay, so I just zoomed you guys in a little bit. So the first thing that I do with any kind of brow routine is I brush through my brows. I get my brow hairs kind of facing or positioned the way I want them to. Next, we're gonna take some of the product. I'm gonna wipe the excess off because I don't want too much. And then I'm just going to gently dip my brush in there. Again, I don't want too much product to start because I'm just feeling it out. Okay, here we go. One thing to note, if you don't like a fierce like Instagram brow, take your time with this because these are like paint. So we want to make sure we're going very, very slowly and just doing brush kind of like hair-like motions. So I always like to start at this end of the brow. I don't know why, but I always like to start like kind of like here and just fill out what's missing because I have a lot of hairs missing here. And then I always kind of just push the brush in the direction of my brow hair. Getting a little bit more product, and then I'm gonna go up a little bit more and I don't know if you guys can see that, but a big kind of like just blob just went on. So I'm just gonna use my brush to smooth out that product and make it look more natural, and it actually moves pretty well. So that's nice. I'm gonna take whatever's left and just fill in this area because this is the area that I have the most hair and kind of like the middle of my brow. So I don't feel like I need to go in with anything further. Dipping again, gonna finish off my tail. I'm liking how this is going so far. I feel like this is a really good brow product to use when you're having a little bit more going on your face. Like, you're not wearing something super natural. You're not wearing like a no makeup day, you know what I mean? But like for the days where you're wearing a full face, maybe you got a bold lip on or some lashes, I feel like a more bold brow is suitable. Whereas for every day, I feel like this might be just a little bit too much for me. So I'm just taking the product now and just flicking upwards, and that's just how I like to fill in the front portion of my brow. And just so you guys know, I haven't dipped this part back into the tube. I only did once for this brow so far, so there's definitely a lot of product on there to use. Just taking my spoolie and just brushing out this front portion a little bit as I go. I just am very cautious. I don't want it to look too bold. And I'm gonna finish off by spoolieing the rest of my brow just to blend all of the product in my hairs together. Honestly, I'm really liking what is going on, just so you guys can see. It just really shapes my brow nicely and puts it together. It looks really clean, crisp. I know it's not a huge difference. I know it's hard to really tell on my brows, but I still wanted to do this review. I've gotten some comments in the past on my brow reviews that you barely need blah, blah, blah. You know I have pretty full brows, but I hope you guys can see that it does make quite a big difference just with the shape and just the overall look of the brow. I think it looks a lot more put together, and I'm actually really pleased with it. So I'm gonna quickly go and do the other brow. All right guys, so I'm actually all done my brows now. The second one went so much faster because I wasn't explaining and stuff like that, but this is what my brows are looking like now that the product is fully on. They are a little bit more bold than I'm used to, especially lately because I've been using just like strictly brow pencils, especially for every day. As you guys know, I do pretty minimal makeup on a day-to-day basis at the office. Having like a more bold brow is a little bit kind of throwing me off a little bit, but I'm not mad at it, especially with having like a bold lip. I think it kind of complements the look a little bit better than a natural brow. Although I really do like this product, I don't see myself using it every day for a couple of reasons. It's a little bit longer than just going in with a pencil, I find, just because I'm super cautious about the amount of product that I'm distributing across my brows because I don't want it to look too intense. That might have to do with the fact that I think I'd be a little bit more comfortable with brunette, a shade lighter than the one that I'm using right now, and also just like getting used to the product. It's definitely a lot different than going in with a brow pencil. You don't, the same kind of movements, but you're still, the product style, the consistency is completely different, so that's kind of something you have to get used to. But honestly, I definitely see myself using this product a lot when I'm doing more dramatic looks, so when I'm going out, and also on days when I know I'm gonna be like swimming, or if I'm going to the beach, or I know I'm gonna be around water and I just want to make sure that my brows stay in place, like no matter what. I feel like it's a really good kind of event makeup product, you know what I mean? So if it's like a wedding, you're going out somewhere for a long period of time and you just want your makeup to not budge, I feel like this is a really good product to incorporate into that sort of routine. A little bit more about the product. So I mentioned that it comes in 5 different shades. It's available now across all drugstores in Canada and the US, I'm sure. So Walmart, Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, all those good places. And it does go for $22.99 Canadian. I know that sounds like it's a lot, but for some reason, brow products just are really expensive for some reason, but the good thing about this product is it's a 2-in-1, so it acts as the actual you know, product that you're applying to your brows to fill them in, but it also does lock them in place and act as a brow gel, so it is kind of a 2-in-1 in that sense, which I find helps justify the $22, because I find, I don't know what it is, but anything over the $20 mark at the drugstore, I'm like, whoa, you're over 22, like what? So I find I'm like kind of, I have to justify why a certain product is over $20 at their drugstore, but I actually do see why this one is, because it does act as a 2-in-1. And although the brush, like I typically don't love these brushes, it does come with a brush, and the brush is not bad. It worked really well today. I didn't have any problems with any of the hairs falling out or anything like that. The spoolie is also really good on this brush. It's got a lot of give to it, so it's not gonna kind of like snap off or anything like that, because I've had that happen to me mid-brow using one of these kind of little guys. So that's also another plus and part of what you get when you buy the product, so that's also good too. So you're not gonna have to buy a brush at the same time if you don't have one at home. It does come with one. So overall, I do really like this product. I'm excited to have it in my collection. I'm excited to keep using it, especially on more dramatic looks. Let me know down below your favorite type of brow product that you like to use. Is it powder? Is it pencil? Is it more of like this kind of gel? Because I've been seeing a lot of these gels kind of pop up at a lot of different brands, and I've actually been really liking them. I just think, like I said, they're more of a kind of more dramatic look appropriate brow. Anyways guys, that wraps up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, and of course I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.